is Nuria, and today we are going to discover Casa Madeleine. So, well, some information. First of all, the house was built in 1875, but the chocolatier Antonio Madeleine bought the building in 1898, and he commissioned it to Giuseppe Pucci-Calafalk the remodeling works. So, we can find in the entrance level the spaces for servants, kitchen, and the garage for the car that Antonio Madeleine had. But we can also find that the family lived in the main apartment and the other apartments were rented out. So there was a special staircase with the elevator for them, for these families. The most decorated area was the main apartment. Do you want to discover this space? Let's go. As we could find different social classes, we can find different staircases. The main staircase, where you can find a lot of decoration and a lot of animals. So, different materials like graffiti work, all or the stained glass decoration that permit us a lot of light, but also different colors. The architect, Giuseppe Pucci-Calafalk, was an eclectic architect. He wanted to mix different styles. Everywhere you can find some references that remember us the medieval period or the Mozart decoration. So, this is something that we are going to find everywhere in the house, not only the modernist decoration. This is the main entrance, the entrance for the family and the guests, the bourgeois people. So, we can find beautiful decoration, a lot of animals, a lot of beautiful elements that give us welcome to the apartment, but at the same time that explain us something else about the chocolate production. And always and everywhere in Barcelona you can find the dragon, as for example here in this map. And are you ready? We are going to discover this beautiful house. This space was like the space for separating the spaces for social people or for guests, and the private spaces, bedrooms, only for the family. And we can find on the floor an element that it's like a reference that remember us that the family surname, Amatller, in English is almond tree. And at the same time, in ancient Catalan, we can read Déu vos do, bon dia, y bona hora. Like, welcome today. We don't speak like this. A lot of a lot of decoration, a lot of elements, but at the same time, we are going to the public area. I have to close the door because this is like a house that was in the past. We can find everything like if the family was living here, okay? This was the house of Antonio Madeleine, but also his daughter Teresa, 400 square meters, only for 2 people, not bad at all. And as Teresa created a foundation, she wanted to preserve everything. And the foundation, Instituto Madeleine d'Art Hispanic, wants to show us how the family lived here. Not only with the decoration and the different elements, also trying to show us how the electric light was in 1900s. Not enough for us, but in that moment was the best that they could have, okay? So, if we want to see how the public area, how the spaces for the guest was, Well, first of all, an element that we can find in a lot of buildings that Giuseppe Pucci Cadafalque designed. The sink. This is a space, a special space with beautiful decoration on the floor, this marble, and also a medieval reference another time. It's like an element that remembers us how the cathedrals were. Okay? Here we could find the sink, but at the same time we have the dining room. Here we can find the space for servants. This is a special element that nobody in that time had. The kitchen was downstairs. They didn't want smell or nothing related with kitchen. So they used the electricity and the new technologies that used in England for this elevator for dishes. So servants could serve everything quickly and absolutely in every moment. A secret here for going down, up, and the bell. They could communicate themselves, and like this, everywhere or every time was perfect. Okay? Now we can try to find the dining room. This is probably the most beautiful space. This public area was separated in 3 different rooms: the dining room, the music room, and the living room. So here in the music room, and we can find references in these beautiful columns. In this music room, we should imagine the piano. The piano was here, and Teresa, the daughter, was able to sing and play the piano. This was usual in a rich young girl. But if this was the music room, we can find some special decoration, like, for example, 2 different songs. Well, 2 songs that explain us something else about the traditional Catalan culture. Okay, as these walls were covered with fabrics, we should replace the original wallpaper. Okay, in this case, it was possible to discover a little part of the original velvet, the original painted velvet, here in this area on the back, and it was possible to reproduce the original decoration because we could find the original design in a museum in London. Okay, so as it's true, we have a lot of decoration, a lot of information, but it is necessary to reproduce something. Okay, in this area we can also find beautiful elements, and elements that remember us that the family wanted to collect everything. Okay, and what about the dining room? Not bad at all. We have everything prepared for a good dinner, and as always, decoration everywhere. So the furniture in this house is original, and the architect designed also these elements, but in this case the brother Salat produced these elements that remember us another time a medieval castle. So this mix that we can find everywhere. And do you remember that Antoine Madeleine was a chocolatier? So Teresa, the daughter, tried to spend the Sunday's evening with friends here in this table and with a cup of chocolate. Not bad. In this house, we can find decoration that explains us something else about the family. For example, this decoration, these ceramic tiles, if the chocolate was sold in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, we can find this decoration that was produced there by Mensaque factory. And probably you are thinking, and why not some medieval, some modernist decoration? Yes, it's true. Here we can find this decoration made with different layers of plaster. In this house, we can find same decoration but different designs everywhere. It's also in the facade. Here, the fireplace, not bad at all. It's a big fireplace, but I think that it was not enough in a house, in a house that had 400 square meters. But ceramic tiles and metal, two materials that continue warming the space, and also a beautiful reference, this white marble sculpture that explains us something else about the family. We can find in the middle a ship, but also two princes. One of them here on the top that remember us some different cultures in Central or South America. And on the other side, the European princess, because the family bought the chocolate in Central South America. He used the ship, and like this, he could produce the chocolate in Barcelona, and they sold the chocolate around Spain. So, well, everything that was prepared, controlled, and thought. Okay, this was perfect if they wanted to sell a lot of chocolate. But usually, the public area is near the main facade, because like this, the family could show the dresses, parties, or people that visited them. In this house, we can find the things or the spaces change. The reason a garden that we could find here, and if they had a private garden, they needed a beautiful decoration or a beautiful window that remember us another time this medieval decoration, forms and different colors inside the house. Okay, so this was the warmest space in the house. But we can discover something else. Yes, if he was an important businessman, he needed a space for working. Do you want to discover this space? It's a little bit dark, I know, but I think that we can find these spaces not bad at all. And we can imagine like this, that this house was absolutely different than all other houses. Okay, so what about this? This was the space for working and a lamp that could go up or down, so he could control the electric light. And this decoration is also so beautiful. Different flowers, as always, references that remember us the nature, so modernist and Art Nouveau references. Original books that the family had here, but this space was in the middle of the house. We can find two doors. In this case, this house, this door was the entrance for business people. And on the other side, we can find these spaces for servants and renters. Do you want to discover how the renter's door was? Here we have the decoration. The space in the middle was for the elevator, the electric elevator, okay? And as you remember, the other spaces were rented out. So they could ring the bell, they could enter to the house, and they could pay the rent without seeing anything else. Everything prepared, controlled, and the different social classes were separated because it was necessary in that time. But, well, this was the public area. Now we can go to the private spaces. In the private spaces, we can find the owner's area and the daughter's area. So, here we can imagine that there were 4 spaces for him. The private, the private living room, the bedroom, the dressing room, and the bathroom, okay? So, well, in this private living room, we can find Antonio Maillet, the owner, and also some elements of his glass collection. Antonio Maillet had 3 hobbies. The first one, the photography. He had a photography studio in the attic. It's, well, not bad in that time because the photography was very expensive. The second hobby was traveling, and he always traveled with a daughter. For example, they traveled to Morocco, Turkey, and Egypt. Everything before 1909. And the last hobby was the collection. So we can find more than 700 glass pieces from medieval people to the modern glass. Egypt, Greece, Rome, etc. Lamps, always beautiful lamps that we can find. And in the private area, we can find also different materials. No fireplace here, nothing as heating. So, wood and fabrics. Do you want to know everything more about the owner? Well, here we have an allegory. First of all, he was a great collector. Here we can find that he was a businessman with the money in the little bag. And, well, he needed to be intelligent and to control everything if he wanted that the business was perfect, okay? So, I don't know if you can find this space a little bit dark. It's true, it's like this. In this house, we can find a lot of medieval references, but in the Amadliez area, we can find a lot of medieval references, not only dark colors, also, well, the bedroom and all the furniture. The bedroom was in this position, and we can also find here Antonio Maillet when he was young, but always and everywhere we can find some references, some elements that explain us or that remember us the hobbies that Antoni had. Pieces related with photography and also some books that remember us that he could talk in English, French, Spanish, and Catalan. So perfect for these travels. First of all, the living room, then the bedroom, and now the dressing room. But unfortunately, here we have a problem. We can only find the original decoration. Beautiful and expensive materials on the floor, different types of marble, and also the beautiful decoration in the ceiling. The bathroom, oh, sorry. We will conserve the original furniture here because Teresa used this space as the servant's bedroom. Like this, when she was old, because she died when she was 87, well, servants could be near her and they could take care of her. But are you thinking about the bathroom? Yes. Here we can find the bathroom. There were 3 bathrooms. One for Antoni, the other one for Teresa, and finally another one for guests. So everything separated. If this was the Antoni's area, now we can discover something else about Teresa's area. Dark colors and medieval references in Antoni's area, but also same spaces but different decoration in Teresa's area. First of all, their living room or the sewing room, as you can find, for example, here. The furniture of this area was designed by Gaspar Omar, and you can also find flowers everywhere. Okay. Antoni died in 1910, and you can find here Teresa. Teresa inherited everything when the father died. She never was married, and well, she created the private foundation, but she also sold the factory. And finally, in 1972, another Catalan brand bought the chocolate brand, and they are producing the same chocolate. In Teresa's area, we can find well, different colors and also different furniture that has a lot of decoration. And well, another element here that explains us that this was the space that Teresa had for sewing. You can find a young girl doing these things considered only for women. Here you can find a dog, okay, and a cat playing with these elements for sewing. In that time, it was necessary to well, to dress perfect, well, beautiful, and Teresa could use this beautiful mirror. Depending on the position of these doors, she could control everything. She could be always elegant. But, well, here we can find another element, another special element. What do you think about this closed balcony? We can find a lot of elements here in Barcelona, but the beautiful column is in the middle because everybody in the street can see this beautiful decoration. It was thought in that time that it was necessary to show how the families decorated the house. If this was the private area, they couldn't use big windows. So, well, this element explained to everyone that was in the street that the family was rich. If we have seen the sewing room, the bedroom, now it's time for the dressing room. And first of all, a secret. You can find here Teresa, and you can find also that she was always elegant. if she wanted to be elegant, it was necessary a big dressing room like this one. And it's absolutely different because she remodeled this space in 1934. This was one of the first, well, Art Deco spaces decorated in Spain. She had the shower and the bathroom here. So unfortunately, we don't conserve these spaces or these elements, and we cannot show you this space. But, well, now I want to show you more or less the structure of this house, because we can find in the middle 2 light rooms, so all the spaces had light and more or better conditions, okay? And we can walk around these 2 spaces and we can find all the bedrooms. But, well, as you are rich people, gorgeous people, we can find another time that this is the staircase for them. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the tour, and I recommend you to visit the house because this is a house that today is closed. This is why I'm not using the mask. I don't explain you this at the beginning, I'm sorry, but you can visit the house from Tuesday to Sunday, sorry, and we have 2 different tours. In these tours, we can explain you more and more things, okay? And at the same time, we have a beautiful and a sweetie surprise at the end, a little bit of chocolate. So I hope you want to visit this house, and I think that I will be here waiting for you. So thank you very much, and bye-bye.